let's talk about the website traffic analysis. So in this section, you will discover the top 3 traffic sources that Capital One uses again and again and again for the past 20 plus years, and they use those traffic sources to generate more than 90% of the traffic. And hopefully you will take notice by the sheer amount of resources, the sheer amount of success that they have over years by just focusing on those 3 traffic sources. Okay, so as you realize, I got the direct, referral, organic search. They all occupy at 71%, 13%, and 11%. When you added all those up, add those, so the blue one, the green one, and the orange one, those account for 97% of the entire traffic to the website, right? So again, this data was taken back in April 2019, and so that may change, but that was at the moment when the analysis was done. The top three sources of traffic were coming from direct, referral, and organic. Okay. All right, so let's talk about direct traffic. What is direct traffic? Direct traffic is the type of traffic when you are aware about the brand or aware about the name of the business. In this case, that will be Capital One, right? So what I mean is people would type in the name of your URL directly to the browsers, right? And that's called direct traffic. And so what you found out is that Capital One has achieved 92.97% of branded traffic. So what does it mean? It means that people know their name. People know their name, know their brand, and they just type it in, right? And 92% is a big numbers, right? And if you put that branded traffic to the total amount of traffic that Capital One has, okay, that would mean 1 out of 4 Americans knows about or realize about the brand of Capital One. 1 in 4 American. That's huge, right? To reach that kind of level, it requires a lot of investment, a lot of commitment to reach that kind of level, over 90% in branded traffic. People already know your name and already know what you're about. And exactly, Mr. Fairbank said that Capital One is one of the best known and most powerful brands in banking with near universal awareness. And he has a reason of saying so, because the numbers that you just saw, over 90% in branded traffic. So let's talk about referral traffic. What is referral traffic? Referral traffic means that traffic from other people, right? They refer traffic to your website. That means referral traffic. So, for example, for Capital One, their referral traffic sources are coming from 2 big buckets. Number 1 is called the Credit Karma, and number 2 is the Cabela's, right? And those two, they refer traffic to Capital One without paying them anything, right? That's what I'm talking about. Like for example, on the website of Credit Karma, they would have a page dedicated for best credit cards from our partners, and you see what happens? Capital One was featured, and being featured on website like Credit Karma is a blessing, because what happened is that when people they want to search for new products or new credit card products, they would go here for like an independent voice, right? And when your product, in this case, the Capital One, was featured as a credit card of choice from Credit Karma, the that coming from Credit Karma was so much valuable because they are warm. They already did their research. They are warm lead, and they want just to do business with Capital One because when they click here, right? So that's the benefit of the referral traffic. And once again, when you do the balance transfer, and Credit Karma also has a dedicated page for the balance transfer credit cards with so many different offers. And once again, Capital One was featured on the balance transfer credit card as a partner. You see, once again, when people were landed on the Credit Karma page, they know exactly I think so. I think Credit Karma does a great job of attracting lots of potential, lots of qualified leads, and then the moment when they present the right offer, right solution to the visitors, that's just a gold mine for Capital One. And to put everything into perspective, so Credit Karma, there are over 70 million visitors to Credit Karma, and they sent 6.64% of the traffic to Capital One. That would equal to over 4.69 million visitors going to Capital One website, even when they sleep. That's amazing. That's powerful, right? Of course, you have the benefit of the potential lead coming from Credit Karma. They are warm lead, and Credit Karma present relevant content to the visitor before presenting the solution, in this case the offers from Capital One. So let's look at another case about Cabela's. You see Cabela's, you see what happened? They sent 59.34% of their traffic to Capital One website. And to put into perspective, Cabela's, they have over 12 million visitors, right? And 59.34% would equal to over 7 million visitors to Capital One website. And once again, this is free traffic, right? So to add a little more perspective, so Cabela's sold its credit card unit to Capital One back in 2016 for a sum of $200 million, right? And then in 2016, Capital One's credit card unit loans were up over $10.5 billion. That's a $9 billion increase from 2015. See, that's the power of referral traffic. So Capital One strategy is in this case is very easy. They found partners, right? They found partners who has a lot of who share similar pattern or similar characteristics with their customers, and they acquire the traffic sources, and as a result, they can upsell and cross-sell the multiple products and services to the existing traffic, and as a result, you can see the credit card loans were increased tremendously. Let's talk about organic. Organic is, I call it the free promotion traffic from the search engines, right? You don't do anything about it, but the search engine just happen to reward you with that traffic, right? So, for the organic traffic, Capital One position on the search engines, the position is as number one positions, right? They occupy the top spot from the search engines when it comes to their website, and they got over 14.8 million visitors from the organic traffic. And not only does the brand name Capital One appear on top, but also their product and services occupy the number one position as well. So this is a strategy that you may want to take note, that not only do you need to spend time to brand or to draw more traffic to your main website, but also you will need to brand your product or services. In this case, that will be Capital One Bank or Capital One credit card. You see, every single product and services, you will need to rank them as well, because that will, well, when people type in like your bank plus your product or services, if you're not ranking well, you will not get the traffic that you desire for. Okay, so and Capital One does an amazing job of making sure that all bases were covered, right? Not only with their brand name, but also with the product and services name as well. Okay, so beside the traffic analysis, I would dive into, especially for Capital One, since celebrity marketing is one of their signatures for the past 10 years, right? I think much longer than that, but for the past over 10 years, they've been investing a lot of resources in this type of marketing. So let's talk about it real quick. All right, so we have Jennifer Garner, right? So she's been doing a lot of Capital One commercials, and according to my analysis, her commercial will air more than 7,000 times on national TVs, and it got 91% of positive ratings with her face, right? Very powerful. And how about Samuel Jackson's? His commercial will air over 8,900 times on national TVs and got 80% positive ratings. How about Mr. Alec Baldwin? He's the face for Venture Card, right? And this is one of the celebrities that Capital One contracted and used to his face, his personality, to build momentum for their Venture Card. How about Jimmy Fallon? He's the face under the Capital One Cash Card, right? 50% or more cash when you use this kind of card for the cash rewards. Okay, how about Jerry Stiller's high yield checking? 5x on high yield checkings. And recently, Capital One added Mrs. Taylor Swift for their Saver card, earning 4% on restaurants and stuff. So as you can see, Miss Swift is the recent addition to the celebrity lineup, right? And it's just a win-win situation because of their history of using celebrity marketing, and I'm not surprised that they will sign up more and more celebrities to join the lineup. Okay, and this is a very, very powerful strategy, because when you have the best, the best face in business, like for example, Taylor Swift, she's like what, a 10-time Academy Award, 10-time Grammy Award, right? When you have her on your team, it makes your brand much more powerful, right? And she has a large followers, and so it's just a win-win situation for Capital One as well as for Taylor Swift.